Alright. The long arts line versus 2 hours. Oops. Okay, looks like we're ready to start. I don't know where I got the music for today was, but it's pretty cool. I do like vibing to it. Anyway. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Let's go a little bit to the right. Gamer juice. It's water. Alright. So, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize in advance if everything sounds a little weird. Like the bottom left half of my mouth is currently numb because I just had a filling today, and it's been a while since I've been on stream, so forgive me. Anyway, let's begin. Hello everyone, my name is Paulo Jasa. I am the young adult librarian of the Govins branch of the Enoch Pratt Free Library. Man, that would be wild if I was the only young adult librarian in Enoch Pratt. I'd have to be in like 22 locations at once, and I'm not like the Flash or anything. That's impossible, at least in this world. Anyway, welcome to the Manga Drawing Lessons Weekly. We're just going to go over what this program is and how we get materials from it and what we're going to do. So, as it says on the screen, this is a program hosted by the Enoch Pratt Free Library, streaming from the Govins branch of the Enoch Pratt Free Library, just up York Road, where it crosses, what's it called? East Coast Parkway. No, oh, I forget what the road is, but we're somewhere up York Road, next to Belvedere Square nearby. Yeah, you'll find it. Anyway, this program is meant to help you learn how to draw anime and manga characters step by step in weekly sessions. We're currently on session 8, but if you go back in my stream archives, we've been doing this since September in a variety of different ways and different formats. If you go to the Govins branch, we'll be able to supply you with a binder filled with a really nice paper. If I recall correctly, it's like 32-pound HP extra bright paper that really holds ink well. I know that from personal experience. And some, what's it called? Really good pencils, a kneaded eraser, the same thing artists use, and I think this month we're giving out fine liners and ballpoint pens because we're starting to branch out a little bit into the inking part of drawing anime and manga characters. Now, as with anything else, no appointment needed, but please, if you can, call ahead to make sure that we can get ready for you. It's because supplies, while supplies last, as per usual, what's it called? We're in 5714 Bologna Avenue in Baltimore, Maryland, serving the community of Goffins and no, not Highland Town. York Road? York Road, yeah. Anyway, more to the point. Let's call the lessons are going to be, let's call there should be a URL I sent to the email, the listserv that would go to this little handy, spoilers, handy little Google Drive with all of the lessons. There's a whole bunch here, starting from lesson 1, really basic, to more advanced, from at least 3 different books, because the Copic marker thing is, well, a little bit of a special lesson. I think I'll have to bring in my 2K camera to point down to actually do any Copic marker stuff. It'll be fun, but it'll take some preparation. Also, it'll be all traditional media. Anyway, these lessons are designed to feature both traditional and digital media, but the techniques used can be applied to both, so either or both. And I don't have the first book, but we've already finished some of the lessons here. We're actually going into the lessons from this next book called The Complete Guide to Drawing Action Manga by Shoko and Makoto Sawa. This is literally a how to draw manga book that was directly translated into Japanese by the Tuttle Publishing Company. I really like it because I think Mark Crilly, his base of knowledge is from Western drawing fundamentals and all that. Not that it's any less instructional, just different in terms of where the influences come from. I don't want to say this is more legit or not, but this is from people from Japan, so take that as you will. However, all of these things are available in the library. Copies of this book are available in the library, except this one, because I'm using this one. And all of these lessons are available on the Google Drive. Now, however, just like last week, because we didn't have much time due to technical issues, we are actually going to continue on a bit of a side project, a little side quest, if you will, about creating a thumbnail for all of the videos on YouTube. As you noticed, if you look through the YouTube, my YouTube channel, they don't really have thumbnails. That doesn't look very professional. So hopefully, what I wanted to do. All right, I'm going to switch this over. Switch this over to this thumbnail that I've created or started to create. Where? I guess I don't have a background for this camera section. Alright, whatevs. Alright. Initially, what I did was try to find different fonts and stuff for it that would make it really pop out and be more interesting. And we gave the Enough Crafty Library logo a bit more of a, what's called, more graphic detail, with some nice shadows and all that. And I think I designed a character from Ora Ora. There we go. I designed a character from a literal, what's it called, anime base that I found on the internet. That's what's called, not copyright free, but Creative Commons. So technically we could leave it as is and use that, but I wanted to do something a little bit more interesting. And as such, after a long thing of figuring out what I wanted to do for the what's it called, background and foreground here, I decided, I should also mention that the decided on a color, what's it called, a color scheme, a color palette first. And this really popped out to me because I wanted to use the red and the white of the Enoch Pratt Free Library logo and incorporate that somehow. And hopefully we'll be able to do the same with the sketch. Or rather, no, this isn't the sketch. This is the sketch. This is a more, I'd say, inked version of the next one. I don't like how it's tangent here. So what we're gonna do real quick is scale and rotate. Okay. Hold up. There we go. Up a bit. There we go. Okay. A little better. Alright. Right, so we just very quickly did a scale rotate thing. And it is vector, so we should be able to put a real G pen. No, you know what I did? I think this was a different pen, like a sharp pencil. I don't remember what I used, unfortunately. Is it this pencil? Slow way. Colors right, but the pressure's a little weird. Oh well, I'll deal with it. Here. Because it's vector, technically I should be able to do... It's too big. Decrease, please. I don't like it. I'll keep it as a whole shape. Bingo. That's fine. Anyway, so I wanted to keep continuing with this. Sorry, I'm gonna adjust my ears a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna keep going with this idea. See where it takes me in the next hour or so. Let's see. Sorry for the distraction. Know what it's called. Just checking something on OBS to make sure it works. Should be working. Balance is okay. CPU is okay. Interesting. I think I'm being throttled. Huh. Oh, no. Stream is fine. Just feeling bananas right now. Then again, it could very well just be, what's it called, Google Chrome. Because, as anyone with a computer can tell you, Google Chrome tends to really just eat RAM like breakfast cereal. Not great, but it could be worse. Anyway, so we're going to continue making this clip thing here. We're going to continue making this thumbnail clip here. I want to try something. This quick access bar is too big. Oh, so it is this color. Okay, cool. Oh, nope. Those are initial sketches, and this is our weird version of weekly. I think what I want to do is add another, I really like this gradient here. It's touching it. What the heck? Didn't I just adjust that? Come on. So I've gone a little too far in terms of do it. Computer that could. Oh, but enough. Okay. This is fine. What we're gonna do is, I didn't like that first attempt. I didn't like that next attempt. We're gonna go ahead. All right. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to create. We are going to basically create an under. We're basically gonna create a. We're gonna color this in. That's what we're gonna do. Alright, first thing that I want to do is turn everything else off so we can do a bit of a magic trick. And that is do all layers. Ding. Okay, did that do what I want? Yes, perfect. As you noticed, all of my lines are relatively good. Wow. And there we go. All of my lines made it so that it's selecting only the interior of this image, and that's what I want to do. And let's go ahead and invert our selected area so it's only selecting this bit, which is nice. Alright, we are going to go ahead and fill that bit with a color. Let's pick this 30% gray so we know exactly what we're dealing with. Put it underneath. There we go. That's what we want. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is quite literally exactly what we want. So we're going to have to add a little bit more color here because we're going to be using the G pen, which is a not very textured pen, to some more line. I'm just making sure we can fill in the gaps, literally and figuratively. Oops, not too literally, my dear. There we go. Look at where the cap is. I'm actually really proud of how that turned out. Usually, if my line art like that is really messy, what ends up happening is if I select that, I would have to manually go through all the little nooks and crannies to make sure that it didn't accidentally select like inside of the eyeball or something, and that's not great. Anyway, what's it called? What we're gonna do now essentially is just some really simple shading. Oh, so really simple coloring, cell shading really. we are going to use this as a base. I'm gonna move her to the side here. And we're just gonna, we're not gonna use the same colors. I feel like we can follow the pattern, what's called, the colors here, either lighter or darker, and you'll see what I mean in like the color wheel. Oh, hi. You'll see what I mean in the color wheel. Oh, it's called. Anyway, so we're just going to use just a little too pink. I'm gonna use this as the, okay, so really neat trick. We're gonna select this layer, and then we're going to, I think we're gonna do different layers for like each part of the body, as in like one for the skin, one for the hair, one for the clothes, that sort of thing, because it's just easier honestly. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a new layer, and then we're going to transfer, clip to the layer below. So what's going to happen is when I do this, it'll only go in the gray part, and only the gray part, as you can see. So what's it called? We can immediately tell like if a color is missing, if there's any gray, once we start coloring stuff in. And it only goes in the gray part, which is really, really nice. Shouldn't take too long though. It's easier. No, refer to other layers. Pink. Ooh, we accidentally hit the hair. Oh dear. Hair. Hair. It's okay if we hit the hair. What do you have like pink hair? Oh no, because this is, I will have her have like pink hair. That's fine. So we'll fix all the other things in like post, so to speak. We're just adding to the base colors here because, okay, no more flesh. Oh, that's something terrifying. Clean up the edges a little bit. Yeah, but basically, I think I want the lighter red. Yeah. Then the deeper red can be, oh, that's the shadow. We'll fix this in the other edge of it. Oh yeah, I missed something. Pink. Purple. So her eyes are not supposed to be that color, but again, we'll fix it in post. And that's supposed to be her bottom lip, by the way, not her like smile. That'd be a little weird. More than a little weird, actually. Go ahead and give her eyes. Be like a green. What's a good contrast from this color? On the upper end, like a green. Eyed monster. Okay. No, I'll do that. Okay. behind the, what's it called? Okay, there's nobody in chat. That's not good. I kind of wish there were more people in chat. But that said, it looks like our, what's it called? It looks like our stream is okay. OBS is still working. That's good. Okay, we're gonna continue. Now, I'm using the mouse here. Now we can ignore her because she freaks me out. So notice that basically this is what our colors look like after you put in on top of the layers here. Let's set the opacity a little low for our lines so that we can focus a little bit more. Actually, let's opacity a little better on our line. We want to be able to highlight our lines a little bit. We'll have to do some cleanup. Where instead of putting in color, would be erasing. There's two ways to erase things in Clip Studio Paint, or generally in most, what's it called? Most painting or drawing programs. I'm not quite sure what it's called, but essentially you can either like erase, like literally erase the color from like the outlines and stuff, or you could do something called or you can do something called I forget what it's called, but essentially it's not so much erasing the color, but rather using clear color, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. Sure that the lines can... At this point, this is kind of like rendering. I'll make sure that these lines aren't gray anymore. At this point, this is a little bit like rendering. Just doing some smaller details, make it really pop and shine. Pop and shine. Notice the difference already for like the slightly smoother look. So instead of like it having the speckly gray stuff, it's more, what's it called? Kind of united in terms of what the color is. There we go. And believe me, we'll be doing like shading and highlights in a bit, but I just want to make sure that appropriate action has been taken for like this section right here. Notice it's a little crumbly, so instead of adding more color, just erase it so that it's a little smoother. Too much, too smooth. Oops. consistent in its like sketchiness. Sort of, kind of. So, this sort of detail work is just to make sure that, like, if you really just put it out like that, even if it's like this far away, you can certainly tell that this edge has been like worked on a little bit more, while this edge still needed work. You can see like the difference that some of the detail work take. Oh no, what am I doing? Nope. You can see some of the detail work. Side. You can see how just even a little bit of detail work kind of makes it shine. Definitely, certainly the details. That can be certain. Hold on. The flesh part. I'll fill in the grain, something else, but for now, I kind of like the way, kind of dig the way it looks. Actually, let's finish the rest of this coat first, one thing at a time. So this part of the process, in terms of creating like a full illustration or like comic and stuff, tends to be the most like just go on autopilot type feeling, just by virtue of how like chill it kind of is. did the collar, we did the base here. Let's work on the face. So there's no like flesh color, flesh tone in the eye. That would be a little weird on several levels. There is, however, like this green color in the iris. That in the background of the eye a little better. However, go ahead and use white for like this color. Fill in eyeballs. Generally, people tend to have like what's called white eyeballs, unless you're like a scary monster type thing or character. It's looking a lot better. I was doing like an Inktober challenge, and when I did shading, I completely forgot to add like whites to the eyes. I was like, something feels wrong about this paint, this illustration, but I can't really guess what. And then it wasn't until after I finished like Inktober, like all of it, I'm like, oh, you're not supposed to have what's called irises of that color, because that's super weird. Or rather, no, like eyeballs in that color. Ooh, hold on. Ooh, need to crack my back a bit and get some water in. Even if it's like streaming for a little bit, like an hour, isn't so bad, but you still need to hydrate. Also, the feeling is slowly returning to my bottom left mouth, and it's starting to hurt. I don't like it. Okay. Do it. Let's see. Let's move this out a bit. Nope. Not what I want. I should mention that this isn't the only technique for coloring. What's called. Others may have similar techniques, others may have wildly different ways of doing this thing. This is just one way to do it, or even I am like not doing it. It's called. I'm not doing it the most. There are other folks who have done this in ways that are like A, radically different, B, like less time-consuming ways. So keep a lookout if it fits your workflow. But if you want this level of like detail in what you do, I highly recommend it. Get a bigger brush in here so I can do it quickly. Notice I'm not being very careful here because I know the mask will basically clip to the bottom, and if I undo it, this is what it looks like. So, not too worried, as long as it's clipped. This bit's a little weird because it matches the line art, so like it literally is the same color. I'm tempted to either put in a lighter color so we can actually sketch lines. Oopa. just leave it like this and see how I feel about it in like the next 5 minutes. Certainly those feelings will change. That's how art is, baby. This is looking good. It's not some. Around the outline. Like, this is a lot of cleanup for something that is essentially like kind of a sketchy, or made to look like a sketchy type layer. It essentially feels like false advertising. But that's fine. That's the entire point. Okay, let's work on this a little bit. Be able to say this is more of a hair base, or because it's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing in that way. So do note that you actually won't have this problem if your lines, or rather if your, lines are as, like not as rough and more clean, but this is the way I want to do it. Wow, it is 4:14. I have been doing this for like 45 minutes and I didn't even notice. Yikes. Okay. Ba-doopa. Okay, so this is looking good. Let's see it with the rest of the letters. That. You know what? On its own, it's fine. What's it called? I almost don't want to add any more shadows and stuff, just by virtue of like. Just by virtue of what it is. But we can always put in a little bit more interesting shadows. Now, what we can do is put in another layer, flip it on the next layer. Instead of putting it normal, we can do, what's it, multiply. Not overlay, multiply. We'll be picking this pink, because essentially it will be multiplying the pink with the pink. And let's see what happens. So, for example, little much, but you'll see what happens. This color and it basically adds like a shadow directly on top of it, and it doesn't have to be this dark. It doesn't have to be this dark, but when you put just that in like an overlay, it's like adding the shade of something in that shade. Very easy. Just a spot here. Okay. Oh, I remembered I didn't add any. Let's add something here. Flare. So it'll still be the red, but it's a shaded red. And we'll add it by section right here. there we go. Okay. Here. Shadows here. Pressure sensitive thing. Yay. So again, but like lighten it up a bit. It's fine. Open their hand, have shadows there. Let's see. Wow, we've got 5 minutes. Yikes. Okay. Guess this is what I get for saying. into the groove of something does really just drive you into silence as you focus more and more on the work you're doing. I should mention that these are very, very simple shadows. Okay. Ba-ba. This feels a lot like carving soap for some reason. Okay, let's just double check from the once you it's even in the red bits, like once you put down the opacity, it's like a little more a little less harsh, and I think that's the effect that I'm going for. Very time. Oh. Have an issue with it because I really do want to finish this. I really wanted to finish this today, but it's unfortunate I don't think I'll be able to. Expect to spend like 4 weeks, or rather 4 sessions. Because if I spend 4 weeks on something, that's a lot. For something as simple as just a very simple illustration. Admittedly, it's like in color, it's got shadows and highlights and stuff. But still, it's a lot. Yes, this really does make it seem as if her eyebrows are floating off the her face. Is a common occurrence with many anime girls. Don't worry about it. Natural. There we go. There we go. Just in time. 2 minutes after, what's it called? The scheduled thing. Oh well. Let's see. I think I also want to do a very quick gradient thing. Alright, let's... Actually, we'll have to make do with just this. Oh well. Let's go ahead and save it and call it a day. What's it called? But I definitely can't see this because oh, as it's currently open. Okay, that's fine. All. Okay, save it first, and then. All right. Anyway, we'll go ahead to the stream ending. Thank you everyone for attending the either the live stream or the recording of this. We'll be doing this every Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. until probably midway through December because, you know, holidays and that sort of thing. Like I said, all of the information is available at the Govins branch. Either call us or email us or contact us, and we'll be able to give you as much information about this program as possible, as well as some recommendations of various books. I've personally asked to see if we can get some more Japanese translated books about how to draw manga, so hopefully we'll see that in the future. Thank you, and have a wonderful day, guys.